Have you ever felt sharp or lingering joint pain after a workout? For men over 50, certain exercises can aggravate joints and increase the risk of injury, even if performed regularly. Today, we're going to cover 5 exercises that men over 50 should avoid if they have joint pain. We'll also provide safer alternatives so you can maintain strength, stay active, and protect your joints without sacrificing progress or energy. Why avoiding certain exercises matters. Understanding which exercises may harm your joints is crucial for long-term strength and vitality. Men over 50 are more prone to stiffness, reduced mobility, and age-related wear in joints like knees, shoulders, and hips. Continuing risky exercises can worsen pain, limit movement, and make workouts less effective. Avoiding harmful exercises helps preserve joint integrity, maintain functional strength, and prevent setbacks. By choosing safer alternatives or modifying movements, men over 50 can continue training effectively while protecting their body. This approach allows for consistent progress, better recovery, and improved overall vitality. In this video, we'll highlight 5 exercises that often cause joint stress, explain why they are risky, and offer practical alternatives that are easier on the body. Real-life examples and clear guidance will help you recognize warning signs, make adjustments, and train safely for long-term health. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which exercises to avoid, how to replace them with joint-friendly options, and why prioritizing safety is key to maintaining strength, energy, and mobility as you age. Exercise Hasson, deep squats with heavy weights. Deep squats with heavy weights are a staple in many strength routines, but for men over 50 with joint concerns, they can place excessive stress on the knees and hips. The deep bending motion, especially under heavy load, increases pressure on cartilage and ligaments, which can lead to pain or long-term injury if joints are already compromised. Take John, a 5'4" who loved squatting with a barbell. Over time, he noticed knee stiffness and discomfort after each session. Ignoring it initially led to worsening pain, making even daily movements uncomfortable. After consulting a trainer, John switched to a modified version, partial squats and goblet squats using lighter weights. This adjustment allowed him to continue strengthening his legs safely while reducing joint stress. Safer alternatives include partial squats. Limit the range of motion so knees do not bend excessively, reducing pressure on cartilage while still engaging leg muscles. Goblet squats. Holding a moderate weight close to your chest helps maintain balance and posture while easing strain on the knees and hips. Step-ups. Using a low platform engages similar muscles but distributes weight more evenly and reduces joint compression. Key tips for safety. Warm up thoroughly, keep your core engaged, and avoid locking the knees at the top of the movement. Always prioritize controlled movement over heavy lifting. By replacing deep-weighted squats with these safer alternatives, men over 50 can preserve leg strength, maintain mobility, and protect their joints without sacrificing workout effectiveness. Exercise #2. Behind the neck shoulder press. The behind the neck shoulder press is a classic exercise for building shoulder strength, but for men over 50, it can pose serious risks to the shoulders and neck. Raising weights behind the head places extreme stress on the rotator cuff, shoulder joints, and neck, increasing the likelihood of strain, impingement, or long-term injury. Take David, a 5'6" who performed behind the neck presses regularly. Over time, he began to experience shoulder discomfort and limited range of motion. Ignoring the pain made his shoulders stiffer and weaker. After switching to safer alternatives, David regained comfort, maintained strength, and continued progressing without compromising joint health. Safer alternatives include overhead dumbbell press in front. Pressing weights in front of the shoulders keeps the shoulder joint in a safer position while still strengthening deltoids and upper arms. Arnold press. This variation rotates the arms during the press, reducing stress on the shoulder joint and improving mobility. Lateral raises. Using lighter weights or resistance bands to raise arms to the sides strengthens shoulder muscles without compressing joints. Key tips for safety. Maintain a neutral spine, keep elbows slightly bent, and avoid lifting beyond comfortable range of motion. Focus on slow, controlled movements, and gradually increase resistance rather than rushing for heavier weights. By replacing behind the neck presses with these safer alternatives, Men over 50 can continue developing shoulder strength while protecting joints, improving posture, and reducing the risk of injury. Prioritizing joint-friendly movements ensures that workouts remain effective, sustainable, and supportive of long-term vitality. Exercise #3. Deep forward lunges with heavy weights. Deep forward lunges with heavy weights can effectively target the legs and glutes, but for men over 50 with joint concerns, they can place excessive strain on the knees, hips, and lower back. The deep forward motion under heavy load increases pressure on cartilage and ligaments, which may cause pain, inflammation, or long-term injury. Consider Mark, a 5-year-old who regularly performed weighted lunges. He began experiencing knee discomfort and occasional hip soreness after workouts. Recognizing the issue, he switched to safer alternatives that still engaged the same muscles but reduced joint stress. Within weeks, Mark noticed improved comfort, strength, and mobility without compromising his routine. Safer alternatives include reverse lunges. Stepping backward rather than forward reduces knee stress while maintaining muscle activation in the legs and glutes. Step-ups. Using a stable platform or bench, step up one leg at a time. This distributes weight more evenly and reduces impact on knees. Split squats with support. Holding onto a wall or chair for balance allows controlled movement and eases pressure on lower body joints. Key tips for safety. Avoid locking the knees, keep the torso upright, and engage the core for stability. Gradually increase weights and focus on controlled motions rather than depth or speed. Proper warm-up and stretching before lunges are also essential for protecting joints. By replacing deep forward lunges with these safer alternatives, men over 50 can continue building leg strength, improving balance, and maintaining mobility without stressing joints. This approach allows effective workouts while prioritizing long-term joint health and overall vitality. Exercise #4. Upright rows with heavy weights. Upright rows are a popular exercise for building shoulders and upper back muscles, but for men over 50, they can pose significant risks to the shoulders, wrists, and elbows. The movement requires lifting weights close to the body up to chest or collarbone height, which can cause impingement in the shoulder joint, strain ligaments, and irritate tendons. For men with existing joint stiffness or reduced mobility, this exercise can worsen discomfort and even lead to long-term injury if performed repeatedly. Take Steve, a 7-year-old who enjoyed heavy upright rows as part of his upper body routine. After a few months, he noticed persistent shoulder pain and limited range of motion. Ignoring the pain initially led to further discomfort and occasional swelling. With guidance from a trainer, Steve transitioned to safer alternatives that still strengthened the upper back and shoulders without compressing the joints. Within weeks, his shoulder mobility improved, and he could continue training effectively and comfortably. Signs that upright rows may be harmful include sharp shoulder pain, tingling in the arms or hands, and stiffness that persists after workouts. Men over 50 should treat these signals as warnings to modify or replace the exercise rather than pushing through discomfort. Continuing high-risk movements can compromise joint health and reduce overall workout effectiveness. Safer alternatives for upright rows include lateral raises with dumbbells or resistance bands. Raising the arms to the sides targets the shoulders without excessive stress on the joints. Controlled, moderate-weight lateral raises strengthen deltoids while maintaining safe joint angles. Face pulls with bands or cables. This exercise engages the upper back, rear deltoids, and stabilizing muscles without compressing shoulder joints. Pulling bands toward the face encourages proper posture and strengthens muscles that support shoulder health. Seated shoulder press in front of the body. Pressing weights overhead in front of the shoulders avoids internal rotation that can impinge the joint while building shoulder strength safely. Key tips for safety: maintain a neutral spine, avoid locking elbows, and keep movements slow and controlled. Focus on form rather than weight to maximize effectiveness while minimizing joint stress. Gradually increase resistance only as mobility and strength allow, ensuring the exercise remains safe and sustainable. Additionally, warming up before performing any upper body exercise is essential. Gentle arm circles, band pull-aparts, and light cardio increase blood flow, loosen muscles, and prepare joints for movement. Stretching after workouts also helps reduce tension, improve flexibility, and support recovery, allowing men over 50 to continue strength training without aggravating joints. Recovery and supportive lifestyle habits amplify safety and effectiveness. Adequate sleep, balanced nutrition, hydration, and light mobility exercises enhance muscle repair, joint lubrication, and overall performance. Combining these strategies with modified exercises ensures that workouts remain productive, reduce discomfort, and support long-term vitality. For men over 50, replacing upright rows with safer alternatives maintains upper body strength, posture, and shoulder stability without compromising joint health. Over time, these modifications allow consistent progress, reduce the risk of injury, and improve confidence during workouts. Men can continue to build muscle, boost metabolism, and support energy levels while prioritizing long-term joint protection. By incorporating these joint-friendly exercises and focusing on proper form, controlled movement, and progressive overload, men over 50 can maintain a strong, resilient upper body. Avoiding risky exercises like heavy upright rows prevents pain, preserves mobility, and allows sustainable strength training that supports functional fitness and overall vitality. Thoughtful adjustments empower men to train effectively, stay motivated, and enjoy long-term benefits from their workouts. Ultimately, the goal is to prioritize joint safety while continuing to challenge muscles. Replacing high-risk exercises with safer alternatives ensures that workouts remain effective, enjoyable, and sustainable. Men over 50 who adopt these practices experience better strength gains, reduced discomfort, improved mobility, and enhanced energy for daily life. With mindful modifications, workouts become a tool for long-term health and vitality rather than a source of pain or frustration. Exercise #5. Behind the back barbell deadlifts. The behind the back barbell bench press is often seen in advanced training routines for chest and shoulder development, but for men over 50, it poses significant risks to the shoulders, wrists, and elbows. Lifting a barbell behind the head compresses the shoulder joint and rotator cuff while reducing the natural range of motion. This can lead to inflammation, pain, and even long-term injury if joints are already compromised due to age-related changes. Consider Frank, a 57-year-old who had been performing behind the back bench presses to build upper body strength. Over time, he noticed persistent shoulder discomfort and reduced flexibility, which affected daily activities like reaching overhead or carrying groceries. After consulting a trainer, Frank transitioned to safer alternatives that still targeted his chest, shoulders, and arms without compromising joint health. Within a few weeks, his discomfort diminished, and he could maintain his upper body strength effectively. Safer alternatives include standard bench press. Pressing the barbell or dumbbells in front of the chest keeps shoulders in a safer, more natural position while still effectively working the chest, triceps, and shoulders. Inclined dumbbell press. Elevating the bench and using dumbbells provides a safer angle for the shoulders, reduces joint strain, and targets the upper chest effectively. Push-ups with variations. Body weight or modified push-ups allow controlled movement while building chest, shoulder, and arm strength without placing the shoulders in a vulnerable position. Chest press machines. Using machines can guide movement safely, maintain proper form, and limit excessive joint stress while still providing effective resistance. Key safety tips include keeping wrists neutral, avoiding excessive arching of the lower back, and performing controlled deliberate repetitions. Gradually increase resistance, and avoid lifting beyond a comfortable range of motion to reduce the risk of injury. Proper warm-up and post-workout stretching further support joint health and flexibility, allowing men over 50 to continue strength training effectively. Another important consideration is monitoring the body for warning signs. Pain, sharp discomfort, or limited range of motion are signals that the exercise may be unsafe for your current condition. Modifying the movement, reducing weight, or switching to a safer alternative ensures continued progress while preserving joint health. This proactive approach helps prevent setbacks that could derail a consistent workout routine. Integrating safer alternatives also allows for long-term consistency and sustainability in strength training. Men over 50 can continue targeting the same muscle groups without compromising shoulder integrity, reducing the risk of overuse injuries, and maintaining overall vitality. By focusing on joint-friendly exercises, the body can recover faster, hormonal support is optimized, and energy levels remain high throughout the day. Using safer variation doesn't mean sacrificing results. Standard bench presses, incline presses, push-ups, and machines can all provide sufficient stimulus for muscle growth, strength preservation, and functional fitness. These exercises can be tailored to individual ability, gradually increasing resistance and intensity as strength and mobility improve. This approach ensures that men over 50 can maintain progress while minimizing risks associated with high stress or improper movements. Finally, combining these safer alternatives with complementary habits enhances their effectiveness. Adequate protein intake, hydration, quality sleep, and recovery techniques support muscle repair and growth. Pairing strength training with mobility exercises, stretching, and light cardiovascular activity improves overall joint health, functional performance, and energy levels. This holistic approach ensures that men over 50 can train safely, stay consistent, and continue building strength without unnecessary pain or injury. By avoiding behind-the-back bench presses and similar high-risk movements, men over 50 can continue upper body training safely, preserve joint function, and maintain muscle and vitality. Thoughtful modifications, careful monitoring, and proper technique allow for effective, sustainable workouts that protect long-term health and support overall fitness goals. Listening to the body and choosing joint-friendly alternatives is the key to training smarter, staying stronger, and maintaining vitality well into later years. Now that you know 5 exercises that can stress joints, it's important to focus on safer alternatives that protect your body while maintaining strength and mobility. Replacing risky movements with modified versions, lighter weights, or controlled ranges of motion allows men over 50 to continue building muscle, boosting energy, and supporting overall vitality without aggravating joint pain. Practical strategies include choosing front or goblet squats instead of deep-weighted squats, performing overhead presses in front of the shoulders instead of behind-the-neck presses, using step-ups or reverse lunges instead of deep forward lunges, replacing upright rows with lateral raises or face pulls, and switching behind-the-back deadlifts to conventional deadlifts or hip hinge movements. Pairing these adjustments with proper warm-ups, stretching, hydration, balanced nutrition, and quality sleep ensures joints are supported and workouts remain effective. Which exercise do you think stresses joints the most? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like this video. Subscribe to the Men's Vitality 50+ channel for more tips on staying strong, protecting your joints, and maintaining long-term vitality. By prioritizing safe exercise practices, men over 50 can continue their fitness journey with confidence, preserving strength, energy, and mobility well into later years.